Yo, what's up? It's your boy BDO Boxing in the house of Puerto Rico 2023. And we waiting for our guest. Our guest supposed to be coming through. Just give us 1 second. We got some people coming through. They doing a little issue. Um, but while we wait for them, free, let's talk a little bit about that David Morrell press conference. What did you think about that press conference? Get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. It reminded me of Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant.
Hmm.
They went from talking English to talking Spanish. That David Benavidez didn't know what he was saying. I'm like, oh, how you not know what he's saying? He's speaking Spanish. How you not know? So it was funny to me. It was funny.
Yeah, I think once David Morrell learns English, man, it's gonna be great for him and for the sport of boxing because both them brothers were just hilarious. I mean, we you heard David Benavidez, I'm gonna break your jaw. I'm thinking like break his jaw. You ain't breaking nothing. I
Yeah.
thought that was crazy to say. Salute to my brother Mike Biggs. I ain't see my
What's
man
going on,
Mike
Mike
Biggs in a
Biggs?
while. Salute to my man Mike Biggs. Mike Biggs is from the same freshman class as your boy BVO. Me, I always mess his name up. LDTV, Octave or whatever. I can't say that dude's name.
Yeah.
We all came up in the same freshman class, man. It's good to see you, Mike Biggs. Um, but I'll say this: the thing that got me was it seemed like David Benavidez was emboldened to talk even more. That was like I never
Yeah.
seen him talking tough like that. Well, did that shock you a little bit?
Nah, I mean David usually have a lot to say. Um the last couple of opponents
Mhm.
they pretty much didn't really go at David Benavidez, but when people actually go at David Benavidez, he has a lot to say.
Mhm.
Um but it looked like it's gonna be a great fight. It looked like both these guys is going to really go at each other. Like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who's going to win this fight.
Mhm.
I favor Morrell, but hey, David Benavidez could very well beat him.
I think the funny thing, just the funny thing was my man, my man David Morrell was really showing like he was ready, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You ain't got the power to do that. You ain't got the power to break my jaw. You got Benavidez, somebody gonna put his jaw in a sling. I just put it like this. I'll put it like this. That was nice. It was organic. It was a good thing to see those two young warriors in there. It's authentic. But let me ask you this: do you think the winner gets Canelo?
how?
You think the winner get Canelo? Salute to my man Marky Dan, Stormy.
Nah, nah. I mean, if anything, the loser probably get him. I don't think the winner will. I don't think the winner will. I think that ship has sailed. I don't think Canelo wants to get in there with neither one of them. Only way I could see Canelo getting in there with either one of those guys
Mhm.
is if he's looking for another big bag. And he can't seem to get a good fight at nobody at 68. That's the only way I could see Canelo getting the ring with either one of those guys. I think both of those guys are too young, too hungry for Canelo at this point. Canelo, he's a crafty veteran, but a lot of times when you get up there in age and you got those young, hungry lines, it don't matter how much of a veteran you are. Sometimes the hunger overtakes that veteranship.
That's a good point. Hold on 1 second. We got see man pull up. Mookie came to work. Ja, what's up, man? What I do? He came to
First time
work.
I'm clocking back in like 2 months.
What's
Oh man,
good?
hey,
You
yo,
can't
D Free,
you
but how are
can't send
you,
this
bro?
brother out delivering pizzas, man. He don't come to work, man. He gonna go home, take a shower, watch TV. You gotta watch Ja, man. But how you doing, Chip?
Man, but I'm doing great. You know what I mean? But I'm doing real good. You know what I mean? Highly blessed. You know, seem appreciative and grateful. So how about y'all?
All is
Uh,
well, man. I want to ask your opinion about a fight, man. Did you get a chance to see Tevin Farmer fight Williams Zepeda?
Oh yeah, Yo, that fight was a banger, a banger.
What do you think about that performance? I'll be honest, that's one of the best performances I've ever seen. Be free to tell you, I've been with about that fight since I've seen it. What did you think about that fight?
But I thought about that fight as two fighters who came with the mindset to fight and perform. You know what I mean? You seen a mixture of a finesse, seen aggression, heart, will, and skill. You know? So, I mean, it was just a great fight. It was a great fight. But I liked it from start to finish.
I ask you this though: when you see a guy just totally outskill another guy, does that ever shock you to see something like that?
I mean, but sometimes, but sometimes, but from that's what I expect from anytime, from any type of fighter choose but to get in the ring. You know what I mean? Usually, but the one that skills the next.
Yeah. I just say this. I don't know if Free agree with me on this, but I didn't realize how competitive a fighter TF was because he gave Maritala all that hell, and to do that to Zepeda, I mean, he didn't get the nod, but I mean, I don't know, Free. I can't get over that performance because that was twice in a row he looked like a world champion at that time.
Um, if you, I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, that's Williams Zepeda's um best opponent as of yet. I mean, everybody else that Williams Zepeda fought is not. I mean, wasn't they don't have the experience and the ring IQ and the boxing ability that Tevin Farmer has. A lot of the guys that Williams Zepeda fought, we don't we don't look at them as one of those type of guys that you really had to worry about. I think Williams Zepeda is still a tough, rugged individual. I think he just he didn't think that Tevin Farmer was going to come at him the way he did. I think he was a little surprised that Tevin Farmer was going to stand in there. Matter of fact, I think a lot of people were surprised that Tevin Farmer fought William the way he did because most of us would have thought that Tevin Farmer would have boxed William more than to stay right there in the pocket.
What's up, Coach? We got my man, Coach Norman in the house. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, fellas? How
What's
y'all
going
doing?
on?
Hey,
Hey, what
Coach,
go?
I gotta ask you this, man. I just been in all of that Tevin Farmer performance. What do you think about that as a boxing coach when you see a fighter give a kind of effort like that?
Man, it was beautiful, man. I think it was beautiful. I feel for Tevin. I feel for Tevin that he can't get it. I ain't gonna say a fair shake because any close fight like that, you can't call it really a robbery. But you know what I'm saying. I guess it was to be expected with it being on on somebody else he was the B side. I guess you know how they do or
Yeah.
whatever. So I guess it's be expected with him coming to their promotion and doing that. That's some of the risks you take, but in Tevin's situation, he really ain't had no choice but to take that risk. But so I applaud him for doing it. That was a valiant ass effort. He gained a lot of respect. He gained a lot of fans.
Hmm.
I mean, he did great, man. He did his thing. He didn't. I mean, I can't. He didn't lose in the situation. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't lose in the situation.
When you say situation, what do you mean when you say that? Because I know there's a little bit more to that.
Like
You
he
gotta break
didn't.
it down for us, man.
Like he didn't lose in the situation. Like let's say you go on the fight and like you could win a fight, look like shit, and you lose. Like
Right.
William Cepeda kind of lost in the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Like they made Williams Cepeda to be this this badass and this machine and his big punching machine and whatever else and shit. Terry Palmer stood right there, Sam Palmer stood right there, toe to toe to him and gave him everything he had and dropped him. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
hit him with arguably. I'm not even gonna say argue. I don't think nobody will argue. Did hit him with the hardest shots. Can't even.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think nobody will argue that. You know what I'm saying? You make an
Right.
argue that Kevin got outworked, or you can argue some other stuff, but the hardest shots,
Right.
whew, he was cracking it, man. He was cracking that. It was a good fight. Though. It was very entertaining to a boxing fan.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Now you being a coach, and I got my man Josh as a young fighter on here. Um, you being a
So how
coach,
you
what do
doing,
you tell a
Coach?
fighter who
Hey,
gave his
what's
best?
up, Bob? What's going on? How y'all doing? Okay.
Who you tell a fighter who gave you an effort like that and still lost? What would you say to him in the corner?
It's boxing. It's boxing. It's boxing. I mean, it is. It's boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, it since the beginning of time, since before me, since before you, since before anybody on this damn panel, it's been that way.
Mm-hmm.
Been
Yeah.
that way. It's been that way. It's boxing, man. I mean, it's politics involved in it. It's just boxing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, you got some like example, perfect example. You had another with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Everybody saw that. Everybody got their own opinions or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start shooting it across the line with, even though I don't agree. I don't agree with the decision. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think most people that I know and talk to agree with the decision. But the fact that you have some that say, "Nah, Katie Taylor did win." Shit, the three people in the in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna argue with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's the
can't really
hard
argue
thing,
with
man.
that.
That's the hard thing because I think when you watching on TV, me watching as a fan and a reporter, it's different. But I just couldn't imagine being Amanda Serrano's coach. And I tell you this, man, this is gonna sound crazy. I really was emotional watching TF perform like that because it was like,
Take the phone.
you know me, I like it when they go in there and bang. But just to see how he was able to control the distance, the mid range, the
He
outside,
did it, man. Yeah, he was
yeah, that
poised,
was
man. He was game on. He was game face on that day, man. He did his best. He did his absolute best. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say he won. Um, I know he owed. How old is Tevin Farmer?
I think he like
36,
30, yeah,
36.
35, 36.
So you got to think he older now. He in the higher weight class. Like, where do I go? Where, no fighter wants to be a gatekeeper. It's a lot of money still on the table for him. It's a
Yeah.
lot of money still on the table for him. Just like with a Jesus Ramos when he just did with Barrios. It's
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm,
lot of money still out there for him to make.
mm-hmm.
I mean, he got to make a decision. Do you want to do this for money and keep getting these bullshit ass losses like, and be a journeyman? You know what I'm saying? Which that's what it look like they trying to head him to be. You know what I mean? If you don't get these guys out of there, or do you want to decide? Look, I'm gonna do this until I get somebody up out there and get my shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard decision to make. But I'm gonna say I
Mm-hmm,
think most guys, and that's why you always see fighters go out kind of bad or with a losing record, is they normally
mm-hmm.
just be like, you know what, fuck it, there's money on the table. This is all I know. You ain't gonna make this kind of money nowhere else. You know, what I mean? So you got, you have some fighters that go ahead and stick with it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while I got my man Mookie up here, my man Ja. This is your chance, man, because Ja's going pro real soon. Good fighter. Only thing about Ja though, coach, he only want to fight when he get hit. That's his problem. That's the only thing with Ja. He don't
He
want to
only
fight
want to
And when
fight when he
somebody,
get hit.
when he
when
get hit. He
somebody
want
would
to fight
touch my
then.
chin, when somebody touch my chin and touch my face,
So
they
when that
running
right
and tracking
motherfucker
down
touch
at
your
the
chin,
door. You know what I mean? Nah, nah, but
so
I
when
got
that
a chin
right
on me.
motherfucker touch your chin and your brain don't be acting right at the moment.
Nah, my
hey,
brain gonna act right. You know what
hey,
I'm saying? And I'm
listen, brother,
stepping them right after.
listen. I don't know. You don't know. No. I can't say I know anything about you, but listen to me. I am period, because I really didn't. I am the most fearless motherfucker I know. You got whatever. And I'm telling you, anything can happen in that boxing ring. You understand what I'm saying? You could be
Right.
the most fearless and you'll run straight into a wall, but when you run into that wall, the effects after, it ain't gonna make you so fearless no more. So you don't even want to take that risk, You don't even want to take that risk, my dude. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. Like, you
Same,
ever
but at the
heard? You
same,
ever heard? How old are you? How old are you, boss man? What's the name? What's your name again?
same with Jaja, I'm 21.
21. Oh my God. You ever heard? You ever heard the saying? You if you want to stop a bat, you punch the square in the nose. You ever heard that?
No,
Yeah, fellas, y'all heard it, right?
Yeah.
I've heard it
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Anybody? If you ever been punched square in the nose? Have you ever been punched square in the nose?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
Okay, when you got punched square in the nose, what happened?
it woke me up.
You didn't get hit right.
You get punched square in the nose, you ready to start crying. for no reason.
No matter what, tears are gonna come. Like it's gonna make you react a certain way. That's what I'm saying about bears. We talking about bears, bro. You punch a bear. That's what they say, and I can believe it. If it's like us, if you get hit square in the nose, no matter what, like I said, you talking to a person that used to be fearless. You know what I'm saying? But it's certain things you receive that you realize you can't be fearless. You got to be careful and cautious. You got to respect the game, respect the fighters, respect the sport. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Mhm.
go in there looking to just be taking shit on the chin and then I'm gonna wake up. Don't do that, bro. Don't. That's a dangerous way to go. In fact,
It's
I'm
not
gonna give
what
you this.
coach Phil.
Yeah.
It's not what coach saying. But I never would go in the ring and look for the weight until I get hit. That's not my intentions. But I just like to take my time because I know that as soon as I connect, it's their ass. You know.
And,
So
and, and
so
you say
so
and you
I just
saying
like
that
to
when
take
they
my
hit you,
time.
you gonna get mad. You saying when they hit you, you get mad, and then that's when you crank up.
Yeah, for me, but I'll crank up more.
Right. All right. Well, this piece of advice, what I always give: drive. It's better to drive as opposed to being driven. What I mean by
Mm.
drive is control the fight, control what's going on in the fight. Whether you fainting, whether you moving, got them following you, whether you punching force first, allowing them to counter you, whatever it is, drive. Be first. You understand what I'm saying? That you would
Right.
rather be in the driver's seat. That way you control the destination and you control what's going on, and you keep them thinking as opposed to you being in the passenger seat where you got to react to whatever the hell they doing. So I'm just gonna give you that advice. I know you got a coach and everything else. Drive in every situation you would like. You want to be in control of the situation. That's drive. Feint him, make him react to you. Punch him. Watch him what he do. See if he's counter punching. Look for it back. Drive in every situation. That's. I mean, you can take that how you want to take it. You can take it to your coach, but that's a real thing. Drive. Do not let nobody drive you.
I'll ask you this though,
I
because
get
I
what you mean.
think I think the thing too, well, with a lot of young fighters, because I've actually got to see Ja. Ja is a pause. He's a huge middleweight, so he about 6'1", 6'2" almost. And I think where he's at, I think sometimes it happens just like it was probably for you. It's kind of tough when you at a certain level and you don't really find people at your necessary weight class that you can compare against. You know what I mean? Like you
Right,
guys are
right.
known for being world warriors. I keep telling John, he don't believe me. He might have to get on that road. He in Brooklyn, but
Oh
everybody
yeah.
around him is smaller. You know what I mean? So
Right.
140, was it 130s, stuff like that. He really can't get no work for them, can he?
Hey, you know what? That's cool. Brooklyn, bro, you got so much around you though. So yeah, you got to go get that work, man. You got Jersey, you got the other parts of New York right there. You got Philly, not a few hours away, couple hours away. Like you got everything right there by you, man. A good place to go is if you ain't never been is take your trip down to Boulder Dungeon, man. They got all kind of work down there, man. All kind of work. You're gonna find everything you want, everything you need down there. It's gonna take your game to a whole nother level. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Boulder Dungeon in Philadelphia.
So let me ask you this, Coach. When you seen the last fight, and because you seen him up close, what did you think about Booch's last fight against Karen? Because I thought that would say, you know what, if I'm anybody at 47, let's go get him. Or was that just a bad performance?
For me, I don't know if you know the history of what I've been saying or what's been going on or whatever else. I wasn't throwing shade at Boots. I was never throwing shade at Boots. I was a fan of Boots. I'm still a fan of Boots. I'm still a fan of his pops. Nothing but respect to both of them. They helped us out tremendously. That's why I'm telling my man right now, that's the best place to go, especially for where you at. You go down there, you gonna get all walks of life because everybody, that's people are just how they are, and everybody want to be what's in and what's popping. You know what I'm saying? And what's
Right.
popping right now with Boost Innings, and everybody goes to the gym. They go to the dungeon down there with Bozy. You got Andy Cruz down there, and a lot of people go down there to that gym. And that's why I say you're gonna find it's like a melting pot. That's why you're gonna find a lot of work down there. So again, stop. So again, right now, that's why I'm sitting here advocating for them now, and they gym now, whatever. Now, as far as uh, See, when I give my opinions, people get mad at me, and these is just my opinions. You know what I'm
And
saying?
we
This
at
is my
home,
opinion.
dog. You
Just
can't do that here, man. We don't want that
no,
soft
no,
stuff. We
no.
want the
I'm
real
just
drop.
saying, no. Period. You know, it's to the fans that's listening. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, people don't like what I hear what I got to say because I say what I got to say. But I ain't no different than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I got my thoughts, and my thoughts are my thoughts, and their thoughts are their thoughts. It is what it is. But
Mhm.
you asked me, do I think? Ask me that question again so I can get it right. Ask me
No,
that
what I was
particular
saying
question.
is after seeing that fight, and everybody knows I've said this. After seeing how Boots looked in that last fight, does it make people at 47 say, "Let me go get him real quick"? Because he looked like he's easy to get after that fight. Or
Yes,
was
he
it? Or
does. He does. He does. I do think. I do think that that's gonna make a lot of people say. I mean, yeah, like that was. Yeah, it was. It wasn't an impressive performance. The David Avenesian performance wasn't an impressive performance or whatever else. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, just naturally, a lot of people gonna say, "Yeah, let me go get that work." Naturally, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
and that being said, let me ask you this: Is there such thing as having more talent than skill? Because I feel like that's what I see with him: a lot of talent, but not a lot of skill. I'm overstating that. What you think, Coach?
I think. I think with my personal knowledge, and my personal eye, and what I've seen personally,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more of a confidence thing. I think he does have skill. I think, but I think his major, and I actually told my son this a long time ago. I think his his major advantage over most fighters is his confidence. I think his confidence that he really, really believes that, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of fighters, they say they believe and this and that, but then when they come out, you see they timid, they this way, they that way. There's nothing timid about him. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen in person, in the ring, there's nothing timid about him. Like I say, if you give it to him, he gonna light your ass up. So I think personally, it's just like hitting the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get somebody, he hit on the bag,
Mm-hmm.
he throw all these combinations on the bag, he gonna do you the same way. So I mean, I don't. I'm being real with you. I think it's just his. It's like Mike Tyson was. I think it's just his confidence, and then people already got the hype around him. So you got the confidence of him, you got the hype around him. So then you got the other people that's in there with him that's already had these worries and these thoughts before they ever got in there with him, whether it's sparring or in the ring and this and like even Karen the first time. Look at what I don't know if y'all heard what Karen said the first time. He said that he was big and he thought this and that's why he ran and moved and then he vowed to do different the next time. But that's exactly what he did. He came back next
Mm-hmm.
time and he said he wasn't
Yeah.
afraid of him next time. He stepped right to him. So I mean, again, I think it's
Yeah.
confidence. I honestly don't think he has like tremendously amazing skills. I know it looks that I know it's flashy
Mm-hmm.
or whatever else, but let's think about it this way. And God damn, I hate when I say shit like that because people think I'm hating. I'm not.
Nah, go ahead,
I'm
bro.
being a
Go
real.
ahead, bro. I
Yeah,
No,
want
yeah,
to
no,
hear
I'm
you
this.
being a
good, man.
realist. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, if I know you're going to
Mm-hmm.
jab at me, you're not a feigner. I know you're gonna jab at me, motherfucker. When you telegraph that jab, I'm gonna counterpunch that jab. You understand what I'm saying? That's what some of those huge highlights and those big. I mean, you know, the overdoing it of the counters come. You know what I mean? Whether it's a counter
Yeah.
uppercut or whatever the case may be. So again, but when you get pressed with certain things and the person actually want to fight, that talent don't look the same because now it's a fight. It's a dog fight, just like anybody else.
So you basically saying what the great Black Mamba said. This ain't no Rocky Balboa shit. This is
Right,
about skill.
right.
I think that's a good point. We got another guy here, my man X man. He's another fighter that's possibly going pro. I don't know if you got any questions for him because X is one thing about X. He's a little different than Ja, where he's like he's really a tactician. He's a really skilled guy. Um, more his skills is like his calling card. Go ahead, X. I know you got a couple questions, man, because I know you're going pro, and the best time to ask him right now.
He
Go
just
ahead,
jumped
X.
off. I don't know what. But shout out to everybody on the panel
Oh, he
though.
just
Shout
oh
out to
I got to
everybody
put
on
it.
the panel. My boy Job. My boy Job, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we
Salute
got
X.
Uh,
Hey, what's
oh,
good,
what's
my
good?
bro?
What's good with everybody? Yeah, I got a question. I want to ask Brian Senior. I want to ask you a question about how do you think? And of course, you probably heard it before, but how you think your son matches up against Boots? Like, how do you what do you think he'll be successful with in a fight with Boots?
Again, I think with exactly what Karen did, I had already thought that before. That's why if y'all saw me talk, I wasn't saying shit like I had some kind of victory after the whatever. I mean, I think that the fight in my son is very talented. I think the fight in him would be it'll be
Ah man, what you thinking, man? What you,
it'll
come
be too
on,
much.
man.
It'll be too much for Boots.
Ah, come on,
Hey,
nah, bro.
hey,
Come on,
hey,
nah.
I've been
Come
saying
on,
that,
come on,
coach.
pop. Come on, you can't.
I've been
Come
saying
on,
that,
don't
coach.
do that, bro. That's
I,
that's your honest take on it.
That I swear to God, on all my kids' life, I got 4 grandkids on everybody. I promise you, that's my. I don't have a reason to sit here and lie. I don't have a reason. Listen to me. If I'm sitting here lying, I'm talking and I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying it in disrespectful manner.
Nah, nah.
Again, that's what I don't think people hearing or understanding from me. I'm not saying this in a disrespectful manner. I'm not saying that like he trash. I don't think he trash. I don't think any of that. I
Right.
think that from what I've seen, though, especially with what I just seen Karen do, that you got to fight like Karen, which I went and watched Karen in other
Mhm.
fights, and he looked better against Boots than he did against anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even though he won those fights were very hard to watch. He's not a good fighter to watch. You can't watch that shit. Go watch
yeah,
it.
we're
You
irky
don't believe?
jerky. Yeah,
Go watch the fight. You don't believe me? Go watch the fight. You know what I mean? Go watch
I
Karen
think
fight somebody else. And it
I
was
know.
hard. It was hard to find him. He was fighting a hairy scarf or some shit. Like it was hard to find a fight of him fight. But it just wasn't a good fight to watch. You know what I mean? But Boots, the style that Boots gave him with him and Boots made it a good fight to watch. You know what I mean? So I don't want to make this shit like I'm bouncing. These are the questions that's being asked to me. You asked me my question. That's
Right.
my honest opinion. My
Right.
honest opinion is my son has legs, which people don't know he got, but he do. Got plenty of them. Got them for days, and he don't get tired. He got legs. He don't get tired. He can move. He can angle. He has tremendous power. I think he'd be too much for him. That's my honest to God truth.
So let
And
me
he
ask you
only
this.
23 years old, so he just getting older.
So let me ask you this, coach. So can you explain the importance of world work to a young fighter? How important it is to run? Because a lot of young
Running
fighters are
is I think running for longevity, running for endurance is very important. But here's the most important part about the run: the sprints. Make sure you get your sprints in. All the fighters on here get your sprints in. And this is what I see even in the largest, most like I be feeling like I'm in bizarro world a lot of times because people don't know what the fuck they're looking at. I'm looking at exactly what I'm looking at. Like, you know how when you run and you sprint, you got this feeling. You like you
Yeah.
look how you
Yeah.
breathing
Yeah.
like that.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to me, all the fighters. Simple as this. I watch Deontay Wilder in the corner breathing like this. I watch fight after fighter when they get in the corner sitting there breathing just like this. And I'm sitting here like, all of these fucking professionals getting paid all of this money in the corner when all you got to do is close your fucking mouth, breathe in your nose. It's very painful to do. Close your mouth. Stop all. I'm serious. Close your
Yeah, it's
mouth.
tough.
Suck it in through your nose. You're going to feel the
Mm.
lungs up. Ease it back out your mouth. You do that shit 3 or 4 times. Listen to me. It's very hard, man. I've been training fighters forever. It's very hard for a fighter to do. As soon as I get them to do it successfully 1 or 2 times, they trust in me and they understand I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about trusting the process.
No,
It's about knowledge.
what I will say is I used to run track, and that's an actual fact. What coach is saying. I used to run track. The first thing that your track coach would tell you: put your hands on top of your head, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Up
Hmm.
here.
That's the first thing.
Everything is up.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Rigging
Listen
B
to this, fighters.
hours.
Very
Rigging B
important,
hours like
fighters.
that.
That's very important to know. That's very important to know. So again, back to what you asked me about the running and the miles are very important. But at the end of that, get your sprints in. Even if it's from a dry, even if you do it like you can alternate, do your sprints first, then get your distance in. Or a lot of people like to do the sprints last. You know what I mean? The reason I'm saying alternate, excuse me, so you won't get caught off guard. You know what I mean? Like let's say when you get in a situation that you can recover good. You can recover well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Take your time, relax. Take your time, relax, breathe your nose out your mouth. You get oxygen to your brain, you get oxygen to your muscles. It's feeding it every chance you get. I tell my son, even I don't even got to tell him this shit no more. This is old. This is like we talking. I taught him this shit. He was a little boy. When you in the ring and you need a break, you find yourself getting tired. Take deep breaths in your nose when no action is going on. Do it even before you get tired. It's like you keep filling your tank up before your tank get empty. You know what I mean? It's easy to keep filling your tank up slowly before it get empty, as opposed to wait till it get empty and then trying to fill it up. Now the son bitch won't. You can't. Now you're starving for gas. You know what I mean? So when you're in a fight, like my man who a track runner, you know when you're doing distance running, you know how you get that the breathing rhythm, boss man. Am I correct?
Yep.
You get a rhythm. So the rhythm, you start the rhythm before you ever tire. You already have a rhythm going.
Yep.
You already had a rhythm going. So whatever you want your rhythm to be, suck it in your nose, ease it out your mouth. However you want that rhythm to be, you start that rhythm before you get tired. Boxing, anything physical is no difference. And again, I'm looking at the corners and Deontay corner. It was somebody else who just did it the other day. I'm like, bro, nobody's telling these people they not no all these people all getting paid all this money. Nobody know to breathe in your fucking nose. Nobody knows to do that shit. Nobody. I mean, I see it over and over. Go watch for yourself. Any fight you see, watch. I feel like I'm like, bro, like, and if I say this kind of shit to people, oh, he think this, oh, motherfucker, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy, man. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So speaking of that as well, something else I wanted to ask you too, Coach. How important is pad work? Because I went to a gym the other day and the fighter was saying he didn't like pad work, and he said, "Oh, Muhammad Ali didn't do pad work because this is something I guess that started in the early '80s." Is pad
Right.
work essential to getting better?
Pad work is a lot better. I don't want to compare pad work to bad work because both of them are needed. Pad work is a lot more strenuous than bag work. It's a lot more strenuous because, like, for example, you got Mike Tyson, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how Mike Tyson the other night he was stuck in mud, he couldn't move his feet. I know a lot of people think it's fake, but I for one, I do not
It's
believe it's
not.
fake because I'm a man that retired. I'm a man that retired of 13 years ago. I retired 13 years ago, and my legs ain't the same. Nothing about me the same. Mike retired 20 years ago, and he 13 years older than me. I can only imagine how he felt. Your feet, your legs, anybody on here over 40, 45, you don't feel like picking your legs up to run to go do shit. So that was what was going on with Mike. Mike didn't have any legs. He did not have none. You know what I mean? He needed Jake right in front of him for y'all to see that badass pad work and everything else. With that being said, if you're going to have effective pad work, make sure you're moving your feet. Make sure it's realistic. Make sure you're cutting the ring down. Make sure your pad man is pivoting. Make sure he's catching angles. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very important, and it's the most realistic than bag work. Bag work is, it's about, depending on the size of the bag, it's a heavy bag. Resistance is kind of like, weight punching. It's just giving you something to do impact with. But when you hitting the pads, your aim got to be there. You gotta put it in a certain place. You got to go to the body. You put your pad wherever you want to put the pads at. But no, it's
So
very, very, very important. Very important.
I know. My man Jock got something. What you got, Mookie? I know you got a couple of questions because you love the sport, man. What you got? I see you over there thinking.
Well, the first question is, Coach, feel me? But I want to get some work in with your son. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I need that
we
good
can do
work.
that. Yeah, absolutely. We love we work with anybody. Anybody walking around 175 on down, really damn near 185 on down. Like we don't duck work. We love work. Uh,
185. Ain't that too big?
want it? Yeah, we will.
Wow.
170. Generally, we like to do once. Some people carry 185 different. That's why I say that's about the biggest. One the shit. He been there with a heavyweight, but again, it's about who you in there with sometimes too. So you don't want to be in there with no big ass. You don't want to be on a big ass, powerful professional fighter that's known to punch like that just doesn't make sense. But nah, you walking around 175, 180, definitely. We'll definitely give you some word. That's cool. Definitely.
You got
I mean,
anything
hey,
else?
look, I'm
You
gonna tell you
know,
like this. Listen, this is a true story.
Mhm.
We get so many people that come through. We just had one come from Philly. We just had one come from Philly. um, he in Pittsburgh now. He came
and
from up that way 3 weeks ago, and they didn't tell us till after. He was like, "I ain't gonna tell you no lie, Coach. I can't because I didn't think it was real." He was like, "I seen him. I was like, ain't nothing special about him, but son fucked him up." I'm not saying that to you, big dog. I'm just I'm keeping it real with you though. Nah, it's a real talk. My son fucked him up.
Hey,
He
let
said,
me
"Man, I
ask
didn't
you
know it
this,
was real." He said,
Coach.
"Number respect for you, respect to you."
you know what I mean? I mean, but
Hey, I do got a
Yeah,
question
I
though.
mean, hey, look, as
I
a
do got.
fighter, hold real quick. As a fighter, hold real quick. As a fighter, you supposed to want to be the best. You supposed the best work you see, the best work you see, you can go get. If you're a true fighter at heart, you supposed to want that. That shit's supposed to be like, hey, yeah, I got to get that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the easy work. I want the work that they say I can't get. I want the work that look, nigga, let me go get that work. Let me. You're supposed to want to test yourself
yeah,
that way. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. So now, ain't just man, all good, all good. Yeah, come with me. You got you.
So
And my
And
bad.
before we
hey,
get
I
so
cut somebody off.
go ahead, X. I know you
and
Oh
got
yeah,
something. Go
another
man.
ahead.
You know,
question
I'm
is
a. Oh,
wait.
go ahead.
Hold
I
on
got
one second,
wait.
John. Let X go real quick.
Um,
Nah. He good. Good, John.
Oh, okay, go ahead, John.
oh, and what skill? What's one skill that you feel like a lot of fighters but don't have no more?
Skill.
Yeah,
A lot of fighters don't have legs. A lot of fighters don't. A lot of fighters can't move. A lot of fighters stand in one spot and like we just come on the pads, and they stand in one spot and they just hitting pads or whatever else. Defense is one that I think get taken away from because when you taught as an amateur, you was taught to punch, get this point, get this point, get this point. You wouldn't talk to slip catch. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they stick with you. Um, it's a few things. It's a few things. You know what I mean? I think that this is a little off topic, but not about was taught, but this is about the difference of a fighter that's taught young. You know how you taught when you young, you don't have no fear. You generally don't have no fear.
absolutely,
So when
absolutely.
you young, that's why it's good to start young, so you don't have no fear. So it's good to start young, so you don't have no fear. But when you older, you know what fear is, and you kind of be flinchy and all kind of shit like that or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as far as what boxers don't have, I think is legs. I think people don't pay attention to their legs and the movement and the angles. Like it's very, very, very important. You catch a flat footed fighter. That's why they have some fighters that only fight Latino fighters because a lot of them, even though you're known to dance and salsa and shit, they flat footed. They just want to stand there and fight.
Mm-hmm.
And they build their career off of that because they know they can catch them at an angle anytime. Like that shit is really, really basic mathematics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one question, man. I try to ask this question to anybody because for me personally, and you may have a different opinion on it, but I think this what I'm about to ask you, I think is kind of stupid. What do you think about trainers who train their fighters to switch before they even capable of dominating in their natural stance?
No, that's pointless. No, that's crazy. That's confusing. I think uh, if you the training before that, no, that's crazy. Nah. You definitely got to dominate in a natural stance. I see you, boy. You definitely got to dominate in a natural stance before you can train them to switch. I think once you have a dominant, once you are a dominant force in a regular stance, I think that is definitely a plus to be able to switch so you can get comfortable. A hand injury in the ring. It could be for different reasons or whatever. What you just asked before he even
Yeah,
before he
it's
even able to
a lot.
dominate or be successful. Nah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of trainers
Huh,
that I
huh.
know do that dumbass shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me
Nah,
say
yeah,
this
that's
real
wild. That's
quick,
crazy.
Coach.
That's
I
crazy.
got my guy in here, man. GD. This is one of the most racist dudes in boxing, man. Shout out to my man GD.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I got
Go
one
ahead,
more
brother,
question for
man.
you.
Hey,
Hold on, BB. I got one more
hold on one
question for
second,
OG.
one second.
All
Hey,
right, good.
only thing with this, I gotta point him out, Coach. because he give me hell in the comments, man, because I like Mexican fighters. So I want GD to know that.
Hey,
Go
to
ahead.
all the Mexicans, my great granddaddy was a Mexican, full blood.
See?
So hey, eat that. True
That's
story.
crazy. Damn, that's crazy.
He was. But go ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
got one. I got one more question, man. Cause
Yeah.
you know, I ain't no shame in my game, man. I admire your teeth, man. What's your secret, man? I need to know your secret, man. Your teeth. Yeah.
What?
How do I get my teeth as pearly as yours?
What?
Not for real. Not for real, bro.
That was all. That was
Yo, X, you
unexpected.
crazy.
But no, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
That's
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no, no.
crazy.
Real shit. Real shit.
Crazy.
I respect. No, real shit. Real shit. No, I'm glad you asked me that. I respect that, bro. You know what you got to do? Sense so motherfucking dime. Sensodyne. Go
Sensodyne,
get you
right?
some. Don't use shit else. The
I bet.
toothpaste I use I use all different kinds. It's called Sensodyne. Sensodyne. Sensodyne.
Bet,
I'm dead
bet,
ass
bet.
serious, bro. Bro, listen to me, man. I got a story, bro. I don't even want to jinx myself. Sensodyne is the shit. I'm trying to tell you.
It
I'm trying to tell
definitely
you.
is.
Sensodyne is the shit. Real
Bet.
talk.
It
Oh,
get a little
I bet.
pricey though.
so
Trevor.
who know about Sensodyne? Y'all know about
I know
Sensodyne?
about
Yeah, I
something
know
for
about it. Yeah.
sure.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Bro,
it tastes terrible,
Yeah,
but
it do, it do, it do.
bro, that's it. That's all
it
you
tastes
need.
terrible. That's
Yeah.
how you know it's working because it's nasty.
That's all you need. Sensodyne.
Yeah.
I bet.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I
have it.
definitely.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, hold on. Sensodyne and a good ass toothbrush. Like, don't have no regular toothbrush where you got to
Yeah.
you got to get your electric. I got an Oral B. You know, you got to
yeah,
get you like at least $100 toothbrush. Get you about
yeah.
$100 toothbrush.
Yeah, I've been using the peroxide, putting it in the cup with the baking soda. That ain't really been too much,
Nah,
to get the job done.
get you about $100 toothbrush and some Sensodyne. Let that motherfucker sit there and do what it do. You good, bro.
I bet. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
For sure,
Hey,
man. I appreciate
I
it.
got a
Anytime on the work, just let me know. Just let me know whatever my son. He taking a little break or whatever else. But I mean, we willing to work anytime. Just let me know.
All right,
Let,
bet.
let me
Cool.
ask
No
you this,
problem,
though. This
coach.
this one thing I always wanted to ask you, man. When you got a fighter like your son, I seen the recent video I did. So when he got feet like that, is it hard to always showcase that? Because I didn't know he could move like that. I was kind of shocked.
Man, a
Do y'all
lot of
let
people
him?
don't know. It's crazy. A lot of people don't know. Look, I be hearing them. That's the thing, man. I'm getting so much flack. I'm getting so much flack. Like, well, as first of all, I've been around boxing for 30 years. Let me point that out. I've been around.
Mhm.
I started boxing when I was 15 years old. So I've been around boxing for 30 years, right? Literally, because I'm 45 now. So I've been around
Mhm.
boxing for 30 years. What I am, because I heard Tim Bradley, big lumphead ass, say something like last night. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I've been around boxing all my life.
Mhm.
So to me, I'm just as able and uh, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? I can't remember what I'm looking for. But anyway, I'm
Capable.
just as
Capable. Oh, qualified.
qualified.
Okay.
I'm just as qualified to give my assessments of fights just like anybody else. So when people talk about the boxing dads talking to everybody else, well, this boxing dad is also boxing fan, been around boxing for 30 years. So just like when Tim Bradley on TV, on every this and on every that talking, I'm doing the exact same thing from my standpoint, from my brain. You understand what I'm saying? If you listen to what I say, not one person gonna tell you anything I say. No, not one coach. Not one gonna tell you, I don't know that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What they always say is I'm lying, I'm capping, I think my son did, I think, okay, fine. We gonna prove that. That's to be seen. But the other thing is nobody will tell you, will say, nah, he don't sound like he know what he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna speak very confident about what I'm talking about. My son, this is not about living through my son. My son is an extension of me. I went through. Yes, sir. I see him. I went through what I went through in my career. My career was what it was. I didn't want my son to box. I didn't want my son to go pro. I didn't want my son to do none of that. My son chose that life. I came from what happened to me, and I just extended my hand to my son, and I told him everything I know because I'm very again qualified to do this shit. You know what I mean? I stopped boxing because I physically couldn't do it no more. That's all. That's the reason I stopped because I physically caught vertigo and I just couldn't do it no more. That's it. But that don't make me less qualified. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
don't mean I wasn't around for all of these years and I didn't see this person come up, that person come up. I didn't spar this person and been in the gym with that person. I've been around everybody. I've seen everything.
Right, right.
I'm just
Tim
as qualified
Bradley,
as
he know he
Tim.
says it. He know he say one thing 1 minute and then another minute Bradley be saying something else. So I don't.
What I peep from Bradley, and you are absolutely right. And I'm glad you said that. And a lot of people don't peep that.
Mhm.
He is a I want to be right type motherfucker. He's I want to be right. So what he'll do is on like you just said, on one interview he'll say something else. Then on another ear he'll say, "See, I told
Whole
you
nother
if
thing.
he this watch this. I told you if he don't change it." But what he did was he went back. He said this about my son in one of his fights. He went back. He changed it. He didn't go back and change shit. He didn't change nothing. It's just the other time it was a different fighter, different type of fight in which he still won. He still won convincingly. It wasn't a close fight. So yeah, I mean, it's just he comes back and finds something. He like to take the credit as if he already knew ahead of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what he
100.
does. That's what he
Yeah.
does. He like, but now look, a lot of people don't know this. When me and Tim Bradley went face to face, this knothead motherfucker said he wanted to fight me in the exhibition bout. Because I told him, I bet you, he said he'll whoop my ass and my son ass. I said, please show me that. 200 pounds. I said, bet, run it. Been on his ass ever since. He won't respond to the messages in the DM. He won't respond to the messages in the I look, I comment on his post before. I called True. My boy True, I called him the other day, told him the same thing. He ain't worthy of holding my drop strap. He ain't worthy of sharing the ring with me. That mean you a pussy. Like why you asked me to fight, you asked me to share to get in the ring with me. I agree. So now all of a sudden you miss it, and I'm not worthy of it. You know
Get
what I
him,
mean?
coach.
You're
Get him,
pretty big
coach.
Shut
country
me, look,
mofo, man.
shut me up, shut. Say what now?
I said you're a big country nigga, man. I wouldn't be wanting to fight
Say it
you
again.
either. I said I wouldn't want to be fighting you either. You a big country
Listen,
nigga.
listen. He said 200. He said 200 pounds. He said 200 pounds. He said that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. He said my son. Hey, look, he picks everybody against my son. That's I can't wait to prove him wrong the most. He
Oh
the
Yeah.
yeah.
first person I want. I can't wait, man. Listen, I
One
can't
of
wait
the
to prove him
brothers in
wrong
the
the most.
chat said he's a company man. The homie just do
Oh yeah,
boxing,
he worked for
and
the
I
plantation.
100% agree with him because like one my man D Free said something the other day. He's like Devin Haney. He was saying something just dogging Devin Haney.
Yeah,
Soon as Devin Haney
Yeah, he
get
was
with
with.
Top Rank, Devin
Mhm.
Haney's the best thing cooking. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
so
The
Tim
man,
Hey,
Bradley,
yo,
the
I
man.
really
motherfucking
Yeah,
can't
man.
company,
He's
man.
rock
some
with him.
bullshit.
Y'all want to know
You
a company,
seen
man?
Even in the
Shout out my man
commentary is
GD.
bad. My bad,
If y'all
T.
want to know a company, man, shout out my
Nah, dog,
man
I'm used
GD,
to it.
man. He walking around with donuts, all that. You gotta watch GD, man. That's the company man right there.
What?
But go ahead. I gotta make the subscribers,
Yo,
man. He be talking crazy. I gotta go at it. He be talking crazy,
all I
man.
gotta say is,
Go ahead, Pimp C.
man, there you go, being you, dog.
Ah,
CBO at CBO's finest. I was gonna say, man, he ain't lying about my man Tim Bradley. He always got something to say. Oh, meathead had
Yeah.
that boy
yeah.
nigga over there always like got something to say negative, bro. Just everything negative too.
Oh my God, bro.
Then the nigga like he was
Everything.
the best fucking boxer, bro. You're known. You're known, and you're known for getting a fucking victory over Pacquiao that you didn't deserve. That's your
He
best fucking.
he
That's what
ain't
people
win
know
none of
you
them
for.
fights.
You didn't win none of them.
You
None
You
of
didn't
know,
them.
win no fight with
hey,
Pacquiao, and that's
coach,
what the fuck your best. That's what you're known for.
coach, you know he took Lamont Peterson's over, right?
Yeah.
His
So
best
what now?
win was
I
he
said he
said he
took
took
Lamont
Lamont
Peterson's
Peterson's
over.
up.
Okay, he took Lamont Peterson. Wait, why did he took Lamont Peterson? Oh, but how many people know him for that? Besides the hardcore boxing fans,
Well, damn,
that
you
shit didn't
right,
get him
man.
into the Hall of
You right.
Fame. That didn't get him nowhere.
Well, you right, coach. Well, you right. You
People
right.
know him
Hey,
for losing. People know him from losing and then winning to Pacquiao. That's it. And then doing the trilogy. That's it. And he fought.
Yeah.
Look, he talk about defense. He talk about defense like his shit was supreme when the nigga fight with his head, just like Katie Taylor just did.
Like
He
Katie
fight
Taylor,
with
say
his
that
head.
one more again. One more
Yeah.
again, just like
He
Katie
fight
Taylor.
with his head. Clearly,
Hey,
motherfucker, big
like
ass head
ball boy
rocket every
coming
fucking way.
charging in.
son, that's
Too
why
bad he
he
Always
don't.
went
charge.
back to
That's how
Dallas.
that fight with Devin Alexander ended early.
Yes, all his fundamentals was fucked up. He talk about like he talked about my son jumping in and this and that. Leave like motherfucker, you did the same thing,
How many times did he get hit by Ruslan Provatnikov?
right? Like brother, man, I almost killed you. What are you talking
Yeah.
about, dog?
Just too bad he don't speak with his using his head, man. I mean, he don't think before he's speaking.
No,
On top of
he
that, man,
don't.
he's
No,
selling
no.
us short.
I think he lost in the sauce. I think they done blow some people done blown him up so much that he
Yo,
just lost in the sauce, and he really believes he's some kind of boxing god. No, you're not a boxing god, sir.
Talk
You
about
were
it.
a mediocre ass fighter, just like me.
Okay.
You made it further than me. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on the world titles and everything else. You were a mediocre ass fighter that was not impressive in no kind of way. You didn't have knockout power. You muscle with no. You had no definitive style. You didn't have great defense. You didn't have great anything. You were just
Yeah.
known for beating motherfucking Pacquiao, and you didn't win that fight. That's it.
Hey, I could dig it.
Respectfully.
I could dig it. And on top of that, he just like my man Samson and Django. That boy worked for the plantation.
Yeah,
Damn.
shit crazy, man. Shit crazy.
Damn. T, you went all the way there, dog.
I had
I
to,
met
man.
Tim
That make you
Bradley and
forget.
I met him in person. He's not a bad guy, but I'm gonna agree with Senior and T. All y'all, I'm gonna agree with all y'all. Like he say one thing, then he go do another. And I'm like, damn, is he with us or is he not? Then you don't know. He's unpredictable. Then his commentary is just all over the place at times. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm good on Tim Bradley.
Yeah, he
As a
just say
fighter, I
whatever.
respect
He
him,
just
but
say whatever is popular at the time. That's about
it's
it.
Hey, yo,
crazy, bro.
yo. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna bow gracefully on Tim Bradley. He don't say none of. He don't have none of that energy for people who don't look like him. He only got
Right.
that
So
energy
So
for
I
fighters that look
said.
like him, bro.
That's
And
why
I
I
got a
said,
real
T,
big
is he
problem
with
with
us
that
or
stuff.
is he with us or are you with you? Are you with us or you not? Which one is it? Right? It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
It is,
true story.
I'm done with him. Moving
Yeah.
on. What you got? So after your next fight, your son's next fight, Senior. What are y'all plans? Because I expect y'all to
After the
win.
next after the next fight, we expect to
Of
win also, but we not overlooking Derek Quay bad. I
course
think
not.
is he 27 or 29 and one. He
Um,
27 and 1 with 19 knockouts, I believe, something like that. So a very strong fighter, a very durable fighter, ranked in the WBO.
So,
Again, solid fighter from what I see. Even the loss he
so
got is a split decision loss. So again, we're not looking over him, but when we go past him, we aiming straight for boots ends. We gonna talk to top rank.
my man.
We're gonna
Don't
talk to
talk.
top rank to see what we can work out. Some got to shake. They got to make something shake. We got to get that fight ASAP. We got to get that fight in
yeah,
2025.
we need that. We need
No,
that.
we need that too. We need that fight in 2025 because again, people seem to think that I'm saying, "Oh, if you will put him in the ring, motherfucker." We can't. I don't know what's going on. We trying to put him in the ring. Like what the? I don't know what you people get. If you think this, then we're trying. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Put him in the ring. That's what we're
When are
trying to
your
do.
when is that your son's next fight? When is that supposed
It's
to go down?
March. It's March. Not the sure the exact date yet. I wish it was February. They don't have anything. Top rank don't have nothing in January. They had the phone. I don't know what's up with February. They ain't really even spoke. Hold on a second.
Oh, he must have got a phone
Man,
My
call.
bad. My
tapped
bad.
out.
My
So,
bad. My bad.
You
I
good?
said.
Somebody called
got
his
that
phone.
phone call. You got that phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said. I said. As far as March, so I think it's gonna be March or whatever else. Again, I wish I could get a little earlier. Maybe it'll be early. We know it's not definite yet, but it's gonna be
Right
at
there.
the latest March. At the latest.
Okay. Okay.
Can't wait to see
I appreciate it, man. I
Junior back
can't.
in the ring, bro.
Man, we can't wait to
Can't wait.
get back in there and show the performance of what I'm talking about. The performance of what I'm talking about, and how punches are supposed to be delivered and how it's supposed to be done. We can't wait to get back in there. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to come back and say, "Oh, who was Derek Quay bad? Who was Karen Kukajan?" I mean, I'm not picking
Damn,
on
you
Boots.
actually know his last name. Wow.
I'm saying I'm not picking on that. I'm just saying in general. Like, don't say, "Well, who did he beat?" Well, who the fuck did he beat? Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Again, we want to go across the board. We want Jerron Ennis. I think the easiest fight for us would be Barrios or whatever else. But we want unifications. We want notable fights. We want unifications. If by all means, if T.O. decide to become a man and do what he said and come up, we would love to fight him also. But we going for Boots for what we want is Boots first. Period. We want it first.
I hope I'm cool with
But
any of them fights
yeah, because
because I
it's too
really want
long.
him to
No, no,
whoop T.O.
it's gonna
ass.
be too long. It's gonna be too long. Like,
Yeah.
people talk to me, people ask me questions just like I'm on here today. They want to know an update, and then the question was, so now when I get to talking, well, I'm saying you doing all that talking, fight already. We trying. You can't fight if you don't like what you can only fight one person at a time. You got Rashidi Ellis talking his bullshit. So I'm like, look, okay, you know what, bro? That fight is nowhere in the future for me right now that I see because you talking that bullshit and you not even worth it. I tell you what, let's get that work. So that's where the sparring situation came up. His coach offered $10,000. I don't know if y'all seen all that. His coach
Yeah.
offered bet me $10,000. I said, well, please pull up. Send them the address. I doubt they pull up. Man, I done send the address out to so many damn people, man.
Yeah,
Ain't
I saw
nobody
that.
got no. People love to call me cap, duck, lame, everything else, but I done sent our address out to so many people, and I have not seen one person pull up. Not one.
What about Blair Cobb,
Not
coach?
Greg Hackett.
Pull up.
Say it again.
What
So they
about
need to
Blair
pull
Cobb,
up.
coach?
They need to pull up. Right. I heard you say. Give me one second. We are in the perfect sport. This is the perfect
Mhm.
sport to hatch beef out. Like,
Hmm.
we can literally do physical bodily harm to each other legally. You feel what I'm saying?
Yup.
We can legally do
Word.
this shit and not get in trouble, settle our disputes, settle our differences. We ain't got to worry about losing shit. We ain't got to worry about going to jail. We ain't got to worry about getting in trouble. You might have to worry about some embarrassment, but that's about it. We are in the perfect sport to hatch out our shit, but don't nobody want to hatch it out in the ring. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Now, Blair Cobbs, I like that fight. Blair Cobbs he talked enough shit to deserve an ass whooping. He definitely talked enough shit to deserve an ass whooping. No, he did. He talked enough shit to deserve an ass whooping or whatever else. I talked to him on Mill City once, and it was cordial at the time. Then he came back saying some other shit. But you know what, bro? He did. But again, he's not in our immediate plans because we want Jerron Ennis, we want Barrios. We would like some unification bouts going. You know what I mean? But of course, every fight can't be a big fight, but the next one after this one, we're definitely going for drawing in. That's definitive. That's a definite. That's a definite on that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what Uncle
definite on that
Don
one.
said?
What
You
we
know what
want
Uncle
after
Don
that. As
said?
far as anything after that, I can't speak past. Say it again.
No, I was saying,
Say it again, boss.
Uncle Don said I'm waiting with great anticipation.
Hello.
I can't wait to see that fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
again, it
glad.
needs to
I
happen.
like
It
the
needs to
list
happen. You
that
know
you
what I mean?
called it.
Again, man, I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
see.
it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Mhm.
Nothing but respect for them. Nothing but respect for his pops, their relationship. No respect for the gym. Helped us out again. I wish we could go back, but that shit dead. That shit dead and in the water, or whatever. But we know what we know. We know what we saw, and I know what I know. And I believe what I believe, and that's the truth. This ain't no cap. This ain't no bullshit. This ain't no just talking for my son. I'm telling you what I believe from what I seen and what I know. Again, like you said, nobody even knew my son had feet like he got. But y'all
Mhm.
just saw him the other day. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
That's you don't see fighters moving like that. Fighters don't move that. Do you see him on the rope?
No, I didn't see
Mm,
Not
that
in the
part.
ring. He was on the rope. If you go to my post on Instagram, go watch him on the rope. Go watch his feet on that floor.
Okay.
Motherfucker moving like a
Hey,
Okay.
spider monkey. Like,
I,
you know,
I
huh?
tell you one thing, man. I'm putting money on that fight, man. I've been
And
real
that
big
motherfucker,
on
man,
that,
my son
man.
moving like a fucking spider monkey, man. Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
be
tell
putting
you
some
what
But
too,
cheese
anyway,
on
man.
that.
You're doing a great job with
uh,
him, man. And being a young coach,
I
one thing I
appreciate it,
will
man.
say,
And
man.
yeah.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying,
No, go ahead.
you really can't get caught up in the bull, man, because you self-made, dog. You're self-made.
Man, listen, it's hard. The only thing, the reason it's hard for me not to get caught up in the bull is because the shit that they say is so easy to disprove. But unfortunately, people don't give a fuck about facts and reality. They don't care about none of that. So when you say, like, even the numbers, they start saying, "Oh, I heard the most outrageous thing I heard," and somebody really typed this shit. You turned down $4.2 million. I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody really said that shit.
Hey, see, I hate to be this guy, man, but somebody really got it with you in the comment section. One of my guys, man. I don't know,
Hey,
man.
ignore him, man. This dude, he in the
Oh, no, no,
comment
no,
section.
no, we cool. No, man, look,
No, he
I
talking
like the
about something
smoke.
about
Look, no,
styles,
no,
man. So
listen,
don't
listen,
worry about boxing
listen,
scholar.
listen, no, listen. The way I feel
Scholars,
about that, hold on, listen. The way I feel about that is I love to because everything I got is gonna be the under the God truth. So what I guarantee if they saying anything is gonna be some bullshit. So I love to address it to see if we can come to some kind of understanding. So what they saying?
Uh, one of the
You
comments
can't.
he said Bozy help you with game plans, but he said yo, I don't know. He said, but
Hey,
you
he, he
Bozy
talking
has
to
he's
never
Jet
more
Buddy, bro.
talented.
Bozy
Yeah.
has never helped me train my son a day in my life. Not one day.
Hold on,
Me and Bozy has never collabed up. The gym helped us out tremendously. The gym, the facility, the fighters in the gym. Both you see how people think they and they just say the most outrageous shit. And I heard that Derrick James helped us. Derrick James, no coach that you know has ever helped me one bit ever. Period. Not one coach that you know, not a Derrick James, not a Bozy Ennis. Bozy Ennis said they don't even watch film on their fighters to come up with a plan. So what are y'all talking about? How did he help me come up with a plan? I come up with the plans. Give me another one.
hey,
What is? I'm serious. Give me another.
you
Like
can't
again,
say
Well,
nothing.
I love the meat bullshit with facts. Bozy ain't never worked with me on nothing. Bozy didn't do nothing but give me a facility and his guys to work with. That's all. That's it. Give me something else.
DD said, "Isn't Boost moving up?" They was talking about Virgil Ortiz. He not fighting. Virgil Ortiz are hurt Boost, and they not gonna fight, bro. Stop.
I
yeah.
heard.
Stop doing
I hope for personal reasons, but I do understand for business reasons, and I mean, I hope Boost get the opportunity too. I hope for personal reasons that he don't move up. But I do understand from a business standpoint, that's a major fight for him and a major opportunity for him. So if he did, I respect it. I wouldn't call it like, nah, you running from us. You wouldn't see me running around doing no shit like that or nothing. Like, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that he stay down here at 147 like he said he would and try to unify and make the big fight. So I hope he does. Give me the next one.
Oh, we got him up here.
I
Hey,
want
look,
Yo,
I'm
I
telling
want
you,
the
man.
bullshit. I want to denounce the
Hey,
yo,
bullshit. That's what I
he up
want.
here. He up
yo,
here, but
senior. I got to give you credit, senior. You got that Mike Tyson aura, bro. When I be pulling up and I be talking about boots, and you know what I mean? D Free, no. Bozy said, Earl said, man, you got this man on church mouth. So I guess we have to address the elephant in the room. Check this out, though. See,
Come on, give me something else he's talking. Give me something else he said.
okay.
What else
So
I do?
first, so this. Let me give you my position, right?
Yeah,
So my position, I thought your son was gonna lose a couple fights. He made a believer out of me, man.
thank you.
But
me too.
that's not enough for me to think that he's gonna beat Boots. See, they up there,
And
they ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
I
you.
got
I'm gonna
you.
tell you the
I got
real.
you.
I think if Boots and him fought, not only is Boots the more talented fighter, but I just feel like Bozy a little bit more seasoned than you. If something go wrong in the corner and they have to make adjustments, it's just my personal opinion.
All right. So
The money stuff, that ain't. I don't know nothing about that, man.
right,
That's y'all.
right.
Yeah, get your money.
Got
Hey, get your
you.
money,
I
black
got
man. That's
I
on
got you.
y'all.
So now I'm gonna speak on that right now. For one, you just said it was a couple of fights my son was supposed to lose. Was Boost ever in the fight that he was supposed to even be in the challenge on?
Never,
Mm.
No.
never.
No, not one fight. So if you end up with a fight that you know, I know, we know, everybody knows we ain't gonna be a challenge, he like burn him out, which is what he did. Second of all, that comment about Bozy a better coach than me in the corner and trainer and coming up with a game, that is absolutely false. I can come up with again. I show my son feet the other day for a reason. I can talk to you. If y'all ever see me on Mill City or you see me on any other podcast, I can break down what to do to any type of fighter. I just did this shit the other day. When it comes to speed, when it comes to whatever you need, I can tell you how to break down any type of fighter. So for you telling me that both go out coach me, I just out coached the great Andrew Garcia my last fight. Robert Garcia. I just out coached the great Robert Garcia my last fight. Did you see that?
Mm.
Yeah, I
When that
seen it.
Robert Garcia?
Yeah, that was.
All right, who did Bozy out coach? What great coach Was Bozy against the he out coach?
The manager at
I think
Amazon Fleet.
I
Who?
look at it like this.
No, 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 no.
That's
I need a
BBO.
fact. No, I like facts,
Now
baby. I like. Come on.
that's
Brian,
BBO. That's BBO being silly. But you gotta look at it like this. You can't say two things, right? You can't say on one hand he ain't fighting nobody, and on the other hand, who has Bozy out coached him? He ain't had to. Bozy's never had to go into the bag because Boots is Boots. Like he have one bad performance and everybody. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little disappointed because I've been feeling like you've been campaigning off this man's loss, like y'all did something, like you came up with Karen's game plan or something. I'm
Okay.
like, what?
So,
Like,
so check me out. Check me out real quick. Check me out real quick. Now, you just said that he never had to, and Karen and this and that. But if Karen was his toughest fight and his toughest outing, wouldn't that be the time for him to show up?
Boots wouldn't listen. I was witnessing in the
No, no.
corner. It
So
was
so you heard Bozy telling him what did you hear Bozy telling him? No, you know what? I'm not finna do it because I'm the one who's advocating, and I think people's giving Bozy a hard time or whatever else. But okay.
hey,
Hold up,
coach,
hold
you
up,
got.
see
Oh,
it.
let me
Hold up,
say
let me
this,
jump
coach.
in right quick.
You gotta remember when you're talking to box scholar, man, he got more shit than a giraffe, man. This
Hold up,
dude's
hold up,
talking.
hold up now. Hold up now. I gotta say this. The cat's out. I gotta say this now. Now, seeing me, I'm not trying to discredit you as a trainer now, but you know,
Yep.
trainers make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
I've heard you tell Brian Norman Jr. I don't know what you
Figure
gotta
it
do,
out.
but you gotta
Figure
do
it out.
something. I did hear you say that.
All
You know what I'm saying?
right. Now you ready? Now you ready for that? You heard
Yeah.
me say that. You heard me say that one time after everything when he was already winning every single round. Boost was not winning. Boost was not winning every single round in the Karen fight. I told B what we wanted to do. Our game plan was we had already been over it. Our game plan was I was telling him stop smothering himself. That same fight you talking about, do me a favor. Go back and go back and listen during the fight. You can hear me clear as day. Shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Go back and watch. If you can, go back and watch that fight. You can hear me clear as day. Giving all, I tell him to jab, keep your distance. I'm telling him use your jab for range or range finder. You're smothering yourself. You see me saying everything. Mind you, my son's winning pretty much every single round, right? He's winning every single round while I'm telling him these things. I'm telling him, look, I need you to get his ass out of there. This is your show out fight. Listen, this is your breakout fight. This is what I need you to do. I've already told him what I need him to tell him. I told him that. He said something about his hand. He had hurt his hand in. I said, B, because he got all the talents in the world, figure that shit out. Get it done. Because he was going to win the fight anyway. I said that around not round 8 or 9. He was going to
Round
win the fight
9.
anyway. Listen, I said around 8 or 9. He was going to win the fight anyway. I needed him to fuck up out of there. So that's what that was. I done told him what to do. I'm telling him to keep the distance. Go look. My son in interviews too said that I told him that. I'm
Hey,
telling him
coach.
everything.
Hey, coach.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about 2 fights before we get out of here, man.
Hold
We
on.
got.
Can I finish with him? No, I want to square
Go
that up real quick though.
ahead.
And the other one. Like I said, I like to
he
clear
wait
shit
he
up.
wait till the interview get good and then he wants to end it. Come on, Montel Williams.
No, I want to clear it up. Now I want to clear. I like to clear it up. I like to clear shit up. Now, hold on. Again, I like the best with facts. My son wasn't losing. You got with Bozy and Karen. Karen was going through at the time. That's the time for they saying I do better with better competition. That was your best competition. Like again, when I speak this shit, I'm only speaking facts from a just a boxing connoisseur, pretty much a boxing trainer. I'm looking at like, bro, this your best performance. How the fuck you gonna say you gonna show up? You gonna do better when your performance get better, nigga? This was your best. This is
I,
the best.
Can I ask you one question, Brian? Can I
Yeah,
ask you one question, Brian? OG,
yes,
let me
sir.
ask you, OG. Do you, all right? If any opponent that your son fought, if anyone that you had to choose, is there any opponent that you think is more difficult than Karen?
I don't think Karen is that difficult at all.
Okay.
All you gotta do to Karen, is one or two things. When he stood and fought him, if you go look back at that, and I want to address the one where he said I act like I did something. Let me address that first. I got you on that. Give me 1 second.
All
The
right.
one where he said I act like I did something. No, I wasn't running around campaigning nothing. People heard they took my story off of Instagram or Facebook. They took my story off of Instagram and Facebook and they posted that shit everywhere. My point was before the fight, I was saying he ain't been tested. Nobody stood and fought him. Nobody did. I was telling people that when I went to watch him from a trainer standpoint of a guy that we supposed to fight, I couldn't even come up with a good plan with him because nobody was even trying to fight him. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, what is he gonna do when somebody trying to fight him? I said, I think I know how to beat him. You stand there and you fight. That's from being in there with him personally and me seeing my son in there with him. I'm like, if you stand and fight him, he gonna be a different type of fighter. He don't like to fight. He gonna clinch. He gonna hold. He gonna smile. He worried about the crowd. I said all of that before that fight ever happened. So now, what I was saying after in the story and all of this shit down, that was just my gratification of that's exactly what the fuck I knew. That's my vindication. Pretty much like I knew it. Now, the other people started calling me, asking me what I thought about it. What do I see? What do I think my son will do with it? I didn't do that. All I did was made my thing public about what I said, and it was true. And it was true. And everybody else started saying the same thing. Because I'm like, look, bro, smoke and mirrors. I am the first person, go back and look at my interviews. The first person that said Boots was all smoke and mirrors. Now you see in different comments, you see on different interviews, people saying he's smoking. I'm like, well, goddamn. I said that first. I said that. So again, it was vindication for me. That was all. That was the reason I went around doing that because people was asking me the questions, and I was just giving my answers of why I said what I said. What do I think my son is? I'm like, bro, if you gonna let the man hit him like that flush, the motherfucker going to sleep. That was where that came from. My son is cracking, period, and he's cracking harder now than he's ever been cracking. He got two good hands. He just had surgery. He got two good fresh hands, and he fucking people up. That was where I came from. So again, I'm just coming at it from a boxing, analyst, what I'm looking at, trainer, coach, fan, or whatever. I'm like, bro, I know you got feet. I know Boots get stuck in mud. I know you can catch on the angles. I know you can stand there and fight him. You can do this. You could be in and out with him. You can do whatever you want to do with him. You know what I'm saying? But that's again, that was where they came from. That's all. Now my bad
Yo,
to the other guy who I cut off.
see it. So you an analyst, right? If you had to analyze and rank your son and Boots, like a Madden rating, they got 89, 90, and all that, because everybody got mistakes. Muhammad
Right,
Ali
right,
had flaws
absolutely.
type.
But see,
What would you?
I can't with Boots because Boots ain't been in a real fight except with Karen. My son, I don't know the ratings, but with my son, with some of the things, um, not about the getting hit, because like even the shots he was getting hit with, like to me, it wasn't no major ass shots. But I mean, it is what it is. He did get hit with some good shots or whatever. And again, it's about who you get hit with them from. So my son was never in no fucking trouble. The only time he was ever anything was when he got caught and he got dropped. And that was a flash knockdown. He got up, closed his eyes, relaxed, and went right back to work. Rating, I don't think he's the best. My son is the best fighter. I don't think he's better than anybody fighting. I've never said that. Don't think that. Especially not when it comes to talent wise, IQ wise, or whatever else. That stands to be proven. That takes years of experience in doing that. And I think Terrence Crawford is the best fighter boxing right now. That's what I believe. So again, I wouldn't know what rating to do because I don't play Madden. So I wouldn't know what rating to give him or whatever the case may be. And with Boots, I can't, that's apples and oranges because my son been in there with people he was actually supposed to lose to. Boots ain't been in there with nobody he was supposed to lose around to. So I can't even do that fair assessment, which is exactly what I was saying before the Boots fight. I can't make a fair assessment. I can't. They was like, how do you think he'll do? I was like, I don't know. Even when people said that I went on the Spit Bucket podcast, my man was like, I think this is before the fight. I think his son will knock him out. I said, I don't know about all that, but we'll definitely beat him. That's what I said even back then. I never said my son will knock him out before this fight. I never said that. Now I think my son will knock him out. I really do. I really, really, really,
Dang.
really do. I
Hey,
do.
what you see, coach, because he gonna stop him, man. He's gonna
Wait,
stop him.
wait, 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 wait. What you said, BBO?
Hey, I've been saying this. My man,
Man, BBO, you just saying it because Senior saying it, man.
no, no. I
You gonna
say
see.
what I've been like that because I like to fight the fact that he fights like a Mexican. So I'm all in on that. And
Nah,
You've been saying it. He been saying
I
it for
don't
a
think he
while.
fight like a Max. I think with Brian with Junior, I like.
oh yeah,
Thanks. Shut
that's
up.
the
Hold
and
on, he
that's
went out. I couldn't hear what he said.
He went out.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we definitely rock with your son on this show. When he won his title, we gave a whole segment
Man, I
on this
appreciate
show.
y'all, man. Again, man, I
for that.
appreciate the love. I appreciate the hate. I appreciate it all, man. All I ask for, and I again, this is hard for boxing fans to do. I'm looking at it more and more, and it's not us, so it's not personal. It's not just us, so it's not personal. Like I'm looking at it, my dream off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on
Yep.
my dream
mhm.
off. Oh man, Terrence Crawford fighting the guy with 11 fights. David Benavidez fighting David Morrell. I don't hear nobody say, "Oh man, David Benavidez fighting the guy with 10 fights." It's crazy, man. The double standards of everything is crazy. Who is my dream off? Again with David Avocado. Oh man, he fighting David Avocado. I've been sneezing.
You gotta
Boots
remember
fighting.
though, Coach,
Oh,
we black man. It's different rules for us. You know that, Coach.
crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Again,
That fight
I,
would get killed anywhere else, but because Morrell is not technically black, it's
yeah,
all good. That's how it
I'm
always is.
glad. I, I'm glad it's not personal. I will say that I take offense when shit is personal and I maybe want to fight.
Hey,
But no, I really do. I really when somebody like attacked me personally, like Tim Bradley did my son the first time. That was
Mhm.
personal. The first time that he attacked him with that Quentin Rounder fight, that was a personal attack. That wasn't a business attack. It was personal because he knew Quentin Rounder. He wanted Quentin Rounder to win. They done been
oh,
together. They know it. Yeah, I already knew that was personal. I went back and watched
understood.
it over and over. So that's why I wanted to fight him off top. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bash a person about their opinion. You don't hear me on here like all the fans who talking about Bulls fan. No, I never bash a Bulls fan. I never say, "Oh, you think you crazy? You think not? You're
Cause you
not
you was
crazy. You
cause you was a boxing fan first before anything.
right,
That's
Mhm.
right.
right. You're not crazy. You're not crazy to think what you think. Nah, y'all think I'm crazy to think what I think for some reason. I don't think you crazy to think what you think, but somehow I'm crazy to think what I think. That's the crazy part.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like anything can happen in boxing. It's boxing. It
Mhm.
happens. You know what I
It's the
mean?
fans is crazy. You know, I
It's
don't like. I'm one of the fight fans that. I'm one of the fight fans that like everybody. I like Tank. I like Devin. I like Shakur. I like Boots. I like your son. I
On the
like.
black
appreciate
fighters. He don't
I
like no
like.
non-black fighters.
He only
Well,
like
I
black
like the
fighters,
fighters.
Coach. That ain't saying
Well,
much.
hey, it is what it
And you
is.
ain't black.
I represent my. It's okay for the Mexicans to represent
Yeah, you
Mexican
right. You right.
fighters,
You right.
but when I represent my black fighters from
You right.
America, see, I get called out. But see, I don't care about
right,
none of that. I
right,
root for all of them. I don't. I want them
right,
all to fight. So if Brian Norman Jr. beats Boots Ennis, I'm cool with that because I rock with him. If Boots
right.
beats Jr., I'm cool with that. I rock with Boots. I rock with them all, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: if Boots, and again, I'm not saying, hey man, this it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed we're gonna know. You ask me what I think. This is what I think. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. You have to, in order to win, you got to risk losing. That's just the way it is. The bigger the
Right.
risk, the more the reward. You know what I'm saying? We're willing to take that risk, and if Boots happen, which I don't think he will, but if Boots happen to beat us, we're gonna want him again. That's just the way it
Yeah,
is.
That's
That's
real.
how I need to be in
That's
boxing.
real.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we go retire and goddamn go back. No, no, no. We want
Hey,
to be the best. We want to be the best. And we got to work our way to be the best. Here we 4 years behind, Boot. So I mean, it is what it is.
hey, seeing you gave me a real perspective on you, man. I got a lot of respect for this conversation we had, man. I appreciate that you ain't get offended and none of that weird shit that most
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. No,
you know. I
I
appreciate
appreciate,
that, bro.
I appreciate you. Listen, hold on one second. I appreciate you. I just wish people would give me the same fair assessment that I give everybody else. I'm like, damn, he talking. Oh, he like Bill Haney. Like, which I'm gonna have a problem with that because hey, Bill Haney got his son way yet. I'm cool with it. I don't give a shit about that. But you know what I'm saying? Oh man, these boxing dads. What?
That's
Hey,
real.
well,
These boxing
I don't
dads.
mind the boxing dad, especially the black ones, because they're, you know, we don't.
Man, that's
Yeah, so
crazy.
what more do you want them to do? I
Man,
don't care if you get up here and be on every channel and talk your ish on every channel. That's what
man,
you want to do. If Bill
black
want to be Bill,
fans, black
I'm cool
fans,
with it.
like you just said, black fans are the ones bashing boxing dads. These are
It's
black fans.
crazy.
Black
Yeah.
fans are bashing boxing dads when these boxing dads are helping their sons be
Mhm.
successful. They helping their sons be
Millionaires,
famous. They helping their sons get money. They're literally helping their sons achieve their dream. You know what
Can,
I mean? It's
and they
not like
can,
riding
it's
the
a box.
wave with them.
Right. It's
I
not
don't
a boxing
understand.
dad.
I
It's not
gotta
a
ask you.
boxing dad. There's not a boxing dad putting his son in the ring with a 3-42, and he been knocked out 120. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not that kind of boxing dad. This is the boxing
Right.
dad that got successful fighters. Floyd Schofield, no matter what you want to say about him, his son's still undefeated. He's still fighting on national TV. He's still talked about. He only 22 years old.
Hey,
Devin
Coach,
Haney, he was a million.
I like Floyd Schofield, but I don't like his dad's accent.
I,
I don't
I,
like his
under- I,
dad's
I
accent.
listen. Obvious
Ah,
reasons.
Man, here you go.
Obvious reasons.
Crazy.
Obvious reasons. That's understood. I understand.
Yeah, I don't
I
like that
understand what you're
accent.
saying. I
That's
feel you.
crazy.
I
Hey,
feel what you're saying.
can I get your perspective on this? Seeing you being
Yeah.
African American boxer trainer and that of your son as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about like? Cause I was in the build up of the whole Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight, right? And I actually attended the fight, and I just seen a bunch of people like no matter what race, black, Asian, Mexican, all type of people, and they just had this hate for Devin Haney, and I was like one of the only people in my section rooting for the black man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just hated him. Don't know why they just hate him. What's your perspective on the hate that Devin Haney getting? A lot of people think it's because of his father's antics. Do you think it's justified that he gets that hate because of that?
No, it's not justified. It's just like with Floyd. People who say they great, they want to see. They want to. People who say they great, they just want to see you lose because you said he was great. I don't even think Devin ever said he was great. I think his daddy said he was great or whatever else, which his dad is supposed to feel like he's great. I mean, just try to imagine this, even to the non people without kids. Imagine something that came out your nut sacks, becoming the world champion and rich and famous. Imagine
What more do you
you
want?
like. Listen, I raised my son, bro. My son was not raised with a mama. My son was his mama lived in Alaska. I raised my son from the rooter to the tutor. We talking years of conversations on the way to the gym, from the gym. We're talking about getting him 95% of the way my son thinks. And he'll tell you this, maybe more than that. His thought process came from right here with me. Cause what I do is I give philosophies. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give you shit that you can take on every front, such as the weakest link will always break, right? So even if it's a friend, if that motherfucker weak link, he gonna tell on your ass. You feel what I'm saying? If it comes to strength training, that weak link, the weakest link is gonna always break. I give philosophical shit that you can take with you. You know what I mean? I tell him to train to quit out you. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, the easiest thing to do in life is quit. Think about it. Think about whatever you want to do, man. Fuck this shit ain't working out, man. Fuck this shit. That's the easiest thing to do in life. You can take that with boxing. You can take that with school. You can take that with a job. You can take that with a female relationship. You can take that shit across the board. I trained this man brain. I
Right.
trained his brain. You understand what I'm saying?
People don't
The, the,
understand that.
the,
I
the,
had
the,
my
re-
son. I had custody of my son since he's been 3 months. He's 21 now, so
exactly, bro. They
he's
don't
doing a good
understand it.
job. They don't.
Yeah. And
You gotta really go through that.
respect to you for that. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
for
They don't
sure.
understand that.
Appreciate
They
it.
don't understand it. I raised him by my fucking self. There
Yeah.
was nobody else. There
Right.
was somebody. I'm all he had. You know what I'm saying? I'm all
Yeah.
the boy had. So with that being said, I'm looking at my seed, my literally growing up in the youngest world champion in boxing today, and getting all this hate. Of course, I'm gonna stand there and fight for him and defend for him and
Damn
do what I
right.
got to do for him. You know what I
Right.
mean? Of course, I'm gonna do that.
Damn
You know what I
right.
mean?
You said, Coach,
I just don't see
and
the Danny Garcia's father. I don't see him getting the hate. I don't see Tio father getting as much hate. I don't see
Because, like
that.
you
That's
said,
what I'm
they're
saying.
not black. They're not black. They're not
Yeah.
black.
They don't
It's
got
us, man.
they don't got the complexion for the protection.
Right,
They not with
right.
us.
I
What
say
I
this,
see, what I
the thing,
see, and especially when it comes like somebody like me, coming from a virtually unknown, they want to keep you there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I started seeing the first thing I started seeing was when my interviews and shit started getting out there was, oh, he'd be going to the net. Why y'all keep interviewing him? Why y'all keep showing? They don't even want us to be known. Oh, don't nobody know him. You feel what I'm saying? But if I keep talking, people gonna know him. They don't want that to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You saying don't nobody know him, but you want to shut me up. You want to keep me off of every channel. You want me to go away because you want what you said to be true. Don't nobody know him, and you don't want nobody to know him.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of hate, man. You know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, bro. Look, I'm here to give back, man. I pay that shit forward. I help my son get to where he at. I help anybody else get where they at. If it comes to knowledge, I tell you exactly what to do. I give you my philosophy because hey, I don't believe in that game is paid for. I give you a free game. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Respect,
Hey,
bro.
you know the thing I will say, and it's kind of great to hear you say that. A lot of times, when you're positioned of power as a black person, no one wants to give up power. No one wants to give up power. You look at a lot of the promoters, that are black, and even my favorite promoter, Don King. He never really helped anybody else get into that same position because they always want to keep you, like you said, in obscurity. But one thing I will say, my grandma used to say all the time, the only place that's fair is where they raise pigs. On that note, I want you to know we love you, coach. And can't wait to have you back next time, man. Hey,
Oh
and
man,
thanks for
no
coming
problem,
on
man.
with the brothers, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe, man. I appreciate
You
y'all
shout out
having
my
me on,
you shout
man.
out my granddad Chico before you go. You shout Chico out before you go.
Say it again.
Can you shout out my granddad Chico before you go?
Oh man, shout out to Chico, man. Shout out to Chico, man. Y'all follow my son, official B. Norman, on all platforms, man. Official B. Norman, Brian Norman Jr., man. He gonna come through. He gonna make his ways, man. 23 years old, the youngest champion in boxing. He'll be 24 Saturday. So he'll still be the youngest champion in boxing. He'll be 24 same age as Bam, like you said. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
Hey,
on that
blessings.
note, we
Hey,
go,
blessings to
coach.
you and
Hey,
Junior,
hey,
man.
hey,
Blessings.
hey, bless you too, bro. And remember what I told you, bro. The most important thing, real quick, the most important thing, and I want you to think about it this way. Like I said, philosophies. Think about it this way about the breathing, right? I don't care how much you train. I had to go through this. I don't care how much you train, right? Oh, you can fucking run 5 miles, 10 miles. I don't care how much you train, how long you train. But if you sit there and fight or you do something, you hold your breath. How good is that? How good is that training gonna do you? It ain't gonna do you no good at all because you gotta breathe. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So by sitting there and punch, when I stop doing that, no matter what, I'm gonna be. Now, if I know how to catch my breath or breathe and get oxygen to me, it's different. But I
Right.
don't care how much you train. If you, this is just a tip to the fighter. I don't care how much you train. If you don't know how to breathe and you don't catch your breath even when you're not tired, you shooting yourself in the foot. Do
Right.
yourself a favor, breathe. All y'all fighters, breathe.
Right. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that for
All right,
real.
man. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right, you
Peace,
take care,
brother.
coach.
Okay.
Peace.
Had something special come through today, man. That's what's up.
That was dope, man.
He is
You know,
is a
BBA
solid
was a
dude.
pander, man. BBO was pandering a little bit, you know.
Oh, you can
You
go to
know,
hell.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be honest though, man, because I don't want to be the guy to do it, man. Because I was trying to get some knowledge from him because I really did want to talk to him. I was surprised BBO had him on. I really did want to talk to him and get some game, but I
Yeah,
had to tell
and the
Scholar
cool
that you
thing
was
about
live, man, because I know
the
Scholar was
cool,
going to get keep it critical on him and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
All about that bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the guy to
yeah,
do
I
it, but I
mean,
needed to hear, yeah. What
no,
you said?
I'll say this: the cool thing about Coach is the whole reason. Shout out to my man, the one he had a family emergency, he couldn't come through. But the whole thing is, everybody wants to see young fighters be successful. Everybody wants to see you guys make money, enjoy your life. Um, uh, I've talking to my man Ja a lot. I've seen a lot of growth in Ja. I've seen a lot of growth in you. I want to see y'all enjoy life and really make some money doing it, man. And if I can get somebody on here to help you or give you some game, that's what I'm gonna do. Because all about playing it forward. Most blacks understand we got to play it forward.
Yeah, yeah, that was dope, man. He a solid. He more solid than a lot of people I met on YouTube, man. Like most
Yeah.
people get sensitive. Grown men, I'm talking about getting sensitive over people opinion. Oh, what man? You don't know nothing. You don't know. Nothing. I'm like, man,
He
you
ain't
grown, bro.
disrespect. He just answered the questions
Yeah,
and kept it
yep.
pushing. I mean,
Solid,
I
bro.
mean, I don't know what they want from the man. Like people don't, I guess, don't like him for whatever reason. But I think them kind of guys are entertaining for boxing. Him, Bill Haney, Floyd Schofield. Them they doing what they doing, and it's something different,
Hey,
man.
hey, Prize. What you think about BBO kind of throwing that little nugget in there about what's his name father? What's his name? Floyd Schofield father. What you think
They
about
said that was crazy. BVO got his
that?
way of doing that, man. You can't.
Hey,
It's hard to
hey,
roast against BVO,
he
man.
got a
It's
point
hard.
though, man. Son ain't right, man. Son ain't right, bro.
That's something I don't know
That's
what to
Auntie
do.
Skull right there, man.
But on that note, man, I think we going. The rise is on. We ran way over our time, but We'll be back tomorrow. Shout out to BVO. Shout out to everybody. Brian Norman Sr. Shout out to homie X and Ja, Thomas, everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming through and tapping that like button too. As soon as BVO come back, we gonna.
BVO done fell asleep. He in that goddamn
I know we can't
that
get cut
tent.
it off, but that was a dope interview though.
Yeah, BVO,
I'm glad he
BVO, wake
came
up.
through.
BVO that ate that birthday cake. That boy done went out quick.
Yeah, but I mean, Senior kept it. He kept it all the way solid for me. You know what I mean? Some people gonna like the stuff that he said. Some people not gonna like it. And it is what it is. Some of y'all gonna agree. Some of y'all gonna disagree. It is what it is. But you got to take it how you want it. You know what I'm saying? It's what you want.